Whatever day we start is the day we start to make true growth and change in our lives and our disciplined daily actions every day, consistently, at least making me feel like I'm doing what I really want to be doing and accomplishing those things that I have always said I was going to accomplish. So thank you for joining me if you have been joining me. This is cycle 5, where we are going to meditate for 1 minute and then dive into choosing our behaviors, how it's done, and how we get to choosing better behaviors. So our first lesson is very brief, and this is going to be on noticing and reflecting our defaults. I'll bring up some great questions here in a minute that will also be posted below. But right now, we're going to do our 1 minute of meditation because intentionally we're all doing this together, and then we're doing a little more. So deep breath in. This is 1 minute of just mindful breathing. Breathing in through your nose if you can, or if you are experiencing allergy season like we are here in the Pacific Northwest, maybe you're breathing through your mouth. Anything like that is okay. Just remembering to be present. Feel the coolness of the breath coming in and the warmness as it comes out of your mouth. Remembering anytime your mind drifts, that's okay. That's a wrap. Come back to the breath. Be here for just a few more moments. This beautiful space we've created for ourselves today. Good job. So, thank you for joining me in this 5th cycle. If you've joined me before, awesome. If you are more interested in meditation than journaling, please check out some of my old videos. That's how I first started. They're a little rough, but I like them. And maybe if you don't, well, go find other people's videos and like their videos too. This is a community. I'm so grateful to share the knowledge. And if you meet somebody or you're somebody who makes cool videos, let me know about your videos below too. I want to watch them. So with that, we're going to talk about choosing better behaviors and reflecting, noticing, and diving into them and getting curious. It's okay to get curious about this stuff. Fear, old habits, patterns that aren't fitting you anymore, we're here to just love ourselves through these moments because we're only going to get better when we acknowledge and grow from the sense of curiosity. Believe me, at least we're going to get, I'm happier. How about that? I'm happier when I choose that way. All right, part 2, not going to be bossy, but if you have a pen and paper handy, grab it. It's optional. While I'm talking about grabbing paper, you don't have to. You can do this in your head. I've been doing stuff in my head for years, but I will say there's something about the tactile hand to paper thing that helps. So we're going to do 30-second increment questions and just go with me. First question, and this is all about noticing default. What is one situation I tend to react automatically in? Think about a moment where you feel like you're on autopilot, maybe in a conversation or in a regular decision, or even a habit where you just feel stuck. Is there one situation where you feel like you tend to automatically react, or what is that? Start. All right. I know that doesn't seem like a very long time, and you're welcome to go back. But for me, I want to let you know that what I was just thinking came to me now. I tend to underestimate my fellow humans that are try to respond for them. Like I have a tendency to like want to think for people and like get the words out of their mouth for them. I have no idea why. I don't need to do that, but that is something that I myself want to work on. So just noticing this, not judging that, just noticing. Second question now, because we're just moving forward with this, right? Second question, what is my typical reaction in that situation? Be specific. Do you shut down to avoid lashing out? Do you overthink about it? Just write it down, okay? What do you normally do when you are reacting to the situation you were thinking about? All right. So, what is a typical reaction for me in these kind of situations when I maybe overtalk on somebody and try to put words in their mouth? Well, often I feel like I put my foot in my mouth. I tend to feel kind of like a bit of a shame and like avoidance, like I don't want to, and then I feel really overconscious. I don't know. What about you? Something to think about. Again, you can be non-judgmental. You can just allow yourself some grace. Okay, moving forward. Third question. How does that reaction make me feel afterwards? So, how does that reaction make me feel afterwards? To ask yourself that for truth. Let's start. 30 seconds. All right, and that was the final alarm there. Sorry, I turned it off before I allowed it to go through. But for me, I decided to, go a little bit more in depth about the feelings part. So it makes me feel less confident. I tend to criticize myself more and feel just like I just get into the feelings. I'm not really into the action, which means I'm, again, avoiding the moment. Ha, bing. Okay, so we just had a little light bulb moment together. Thank you so much for joining me. You can do this anytime, any place, for any feeling that starts to become uncomfortable to you. Get curious, Enough criticizing ourselves. Let's get curious about ourselves. Remember when you were a kid and you used to think like, wouldn't it be cool if I met somebody or like a partner later in life and they were just so curious about who I was or who I am? I don't know. Maybe that was just a thought in my head, but why not? Why not fall in love with myself? Why not be my own best friend? Why not get curious about my behaviors instead of just beating myself up and repeating them? They're not gonna go anywhere until I really truly discover them and start to do something different. So thank you for joining me. Thanks for joining my fifth cycle. Can't wait to talk about tomorrow when we will be speaking about awareness being the first steps, and then the second is pausing basically before reacting. But for now, we're just noticing, and we've got this. That's right. And if this resonates for you, be sure to drop a comment below. Like, I love emojis, and let me know how this works for you. Are there other questions you ask yourself when it just comes to being aware about your regular, reoccurring, maybe negative or not so helpful habits, patterns, emotions, anything? Don't feel comfortable writing it below? Email me at themindfultakeover@gmail.com. themindfultakeover @gmail.com. Wow, that's really long. I'm just going to link it below. Cheers.